Hello, we are looking at trading view on the SPY chart, 3 minute candle chart. And this is today's fib channel with the anchored VWAP setup. Now, once again, you take a fib channel, you anchor the first point onto the top of the first candle, you anchor the second point on VWAP at open, and then you anchor the third point at the bottom of the candle. Now, reverse the process and you have the other channel. So we have our two channels for today. And I left all my markings in for the day. You can see places of support that I marked out or places of resistance, right? So here in this area we had support, right? Support, and then a fail. Well, here we're back, right? So it failed again, and then it failed again, and then it failed again, right? Complete failure. So take it for what it's worth. But what I want to stress is what I actually thought of today was taking a call option right here. Cross up, cross up, cross up, right here. I even posted about it in TradingView Minds. When I'm bored at work, I have I. You don't have to do anything to track it. I just draw on the lines for fun. But after you set up your Fibonacci channels, you just let the market do its thing, right? But anyway, if you have a stochastic on, right, you want to buy puts at a cross down from the top, and you want to buy calls at a cross up from the bottom, right? Well, I don't believe everything I read on the internet, but there's this guy in Minds called Hubacraft. He apparently bought at the bottom, right? He apparently bought down here, and then he apparently sold at the top. I don't believe everything I see on the internet because he's one of these guys that say 600 or 300 calls, 600 or 300 puts, and they never lose. They never lose. They don't post any of their losing. They don't post any of their losing bets, right? Here I talk about winning and losing, right? There are places that you might have lost. There are places you might have won. But the scale, I mean, he's talking about making $70,000, $40,000, and then he's also talking about selling at the perfect positions, like he knows where the stocks can go. Yeah, okay. So what I'm trying to say is that my idea for today was to buy on this cross up right here above this green support line. I drew it in, right? Above the green support line. Now I drew in what I thought the stock would do. And the stock would hit resistance. And the stock did exactly what I thought it would do, right? Why? Because I drew it in right here. Yeah. You know, I've seen it all. It was there all morning, right? So it was very simple. Now, if you bought multiple call options, which is probably what the guy that bought 600 did, you would sell a good portion right here. All right, so that's why I don't believe any of these gosh darn mind characters. I don't care what they say. If they have the word 300 or 600, I ignore everything, and you should too. But and then, okay, so this blue area is the difference between the top and the bottom channel. So it's like a no-go zone, right? So you don't want to take positions in the no-go zone. You should already be in a position, right? So when we get to the upper part of the channel, right? This is a potential resistance because it was resistance before, right? It popped up and hit the resistance target of 597.91, right? What was the actual high for today? 597.81. No, that's not. That was the open. 597.93. 2 cents higher than my target is what it reached before it got rejected, right? It also hit it over here, 597.91. So it actually the high of this candle right here, of a level that I put in my chart many months ago, it has been hit as the high of a candle. What are the odds in that? I don't know. It hit exactly. So anyway, so there must be something to it. I must be doing something correct in all of this madness. Now, if you can bear with this madness just a little bit longer. So what do you do when the stochastic and the RSI crosses down from the top? Well, you think about entering a put and ride the wave down. Well, not only that, you're hitting resistance that you hit before, so why not take a stab at a put when all the indicators are hitting, right? And look how much you could have rode the wave down, right? Rode the wave down. Now this is suspicious. This is a big top wick. Now, I assume this is an algorithm top wick. What do I mean by that? They are literally the market makers, right? So if everyone uses the same strategy, a top wick like this will just destroy stops, right? Say if you set your stop to the high of that candle, destroyed. Your stop, oh, I don't know what happened, but it's very suspicious. The FCC should probably look into this nonsense, right? Because not only that, the last few days we're getting wild candles on all charts, on my E-Trade chart, on the Trading View chart. Everything's getting crazy suspicious, right? So this was a stop hunter. I know it has to be. So be careful when you're setting a tight stop. Like down here, I thought I was smart shit setting a tight stop below this green line and taking profit, right? And taking profit right here. That's a good place to take profit. You had previous support turned into possible resist, fall back down. You took your profit, right? So, but if you left a runner, right, you let it fly through the no-go zone. You don't trade in the no-go zone. I don't care what you say. I mean, you could possibly find support on the bottom channel. You could possibly find resist on the top channel, but you try not to trade in the no-go zone. I'm making it mantra now. No trading in the no trade zone, right? Just stay out of it. You don't need to be there. You should be in a position before it happens. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? You should be in a position before it happens. So like right here, like be in a position before it happens. They had a cross down over here, which is right here, and a cross down on the RSI here, which is right here, right? And then you ride all the way through the no-go zone. You probably would have taken profit on this previous support line. It went a little lower. You could have took more profit, but that's not the point. You take profit as you go. You don't leave it on the board. So this video is getting a little long. I know I'm drawing nonsense on the board, but I kid you not, this method is starting to be amazing. Amazing.